legislature, executive, judiciary. These are the first three pillars of democracy. And the fourth pillar is the media. Who added this circus clip? I'm talking about the fourth pillar, the media. Media is a very important part of a democracy, a major pillar. It is the fourth pillar of democracy. In India, do you believe the media is actually the fourth pillar of democracy? Media is that power which can take away the sleep of a country's prime minister or president, which can fearlessly look into their eyes and ask questions that make their throat dry. Can I put to you the findings of the inquiry? Whether there are any grounds to take you to court for abuse of power? Prime Minister, you say compromises must be made, but there can be no compromise with corruption. Why can't you say that you regret the killings that happen? I have to rest. But today, by 2024-25, what condition has this once powerful media reached? First, I want to ask you a question. The country also wants to know. Do you keep a wallet in your pocket? Tell the truth. Why don't you get tired? Why don't you feel exhausted? Who, Rahul? Our Rahul. So he's not your Rahul? Today, sir, is in full form, completely full form. What is happening? What helplessness has come that the media has lost all its power? Why can't it look straight into the eyes of those in power and ask questions anymore? Why has the same media that once kept even the most powerful awake at night turned into a circus? Say Karachi is captured. Say it. The Indian Army has taken over Karachi. The news said Islamabad. What do I say now? Let me just say port, port. The Indian Army has taken over the port. It's sad that today, the fourth pillar of democracy has become a cheap daily entertainment source, where instead of news, anything is shown. Instead of discussing sensitive topics, four people are seated and made to fight. The same media that once never feared questioning those in power. Why is it now becoming an employee whose job is to hide the government's failures and dirt from the public? I will defend the Prime Minister of my India. Why will I not defend him? They also know that because of such behavior, their credibility, value, and respect are slowly dying. They know that broadcasting information without proper fact-checking is destroying their authenticity. Their viewers' trust is vanishing. Yet, despite knowing everything, why do they still do it? Whether it was Sushant Singh Rajput's case, Riya Chakraborty is inside the vehicle, or the case of Seema Haider, who crossed the Pakistan border. Seema and Sachin have built a new house. The pictures inside the house are beautiful. Or the recent India-Pakistan war misinformation incident. Set fire to Karachi port, burn the entire city. When my team and I began researching this, we discovered an important truth. The anchors we get angry at, the ones we abuse, they're actually not fully responsible. They are just pawns. The real game is being played by someone else. So the question is, who is controlling the fourth pillar so cleverly, right in front of our eyes, forcing it to become a circus? Well, things are not as simple as they seem. Let's try to understand this in today's documentary. I worked in mainstream media for almost 15 years. There were many stories I wanted to cover, but I couldn't. Mainstream TV news in India is failing the public. We must accept that media has become a problem for the country. What has happened to our news channels? Morning and evening, they host provocative debates that ruin the country's atmosphere. Accurate reporting is almost gone, whether it's democracy or business. If the pillars aren't strong, the system collapses. Just like a business needs strong foundations to run in sync. Odoo ad section translated briefly and cleanly. Odoo is a simple-to-use business management software that companies use to manage invoicing, e-commerce, inventory, purchasing, sales optimization, HR, and more. It has 12M plus satisfied users, and the first application is free for life. Click the link in the description to start using Odoo today. Now, back to the documentary. Democracy means ultimate power lies with the citizens. And to keep it stable, 4 strong pillars are needed. First pillar, legislature, those who make laws, the members of parliament whom we elect. Second pillar, executive, those who implement the laws, the prime minister, cabinet ministers, or president. Third pillar, judiciary, those who ensure everyone follows the Constitution, from common citizens to the PM. These are the courts, judges, high courts, Supreme Court. But when these pillars hold great power, they may misuse it for personal gain. Who would know? That's why the fourth pillar, media, exists. The first 3 do not connect directly with the public. You vote, and your connection ends. You don't know what decisions are being taken behind closed doors. But media fills this gap. Media is the CCTV in a shop full of money. A thief may feel tempted, but the camera stops him. Media watches the first 3 pillars and keeps fear alive. That billions are watching. To spread information, to reveal scams, to do sting operations, media plays a huge role. But now, in 2025, we have millions of information sources. So you may think mainstream media is less important. Wrong. Today, it's more important than ever because misinformation spreads easily. Anyone can spread rumors to millions. Only mainstream media has trained researchers, experts, and access to fact-checking and government questioning. If this pillar collapses, democracy collapses. But sadly, this pillar is already being weakened. Some parts are broken. Some are breaking. Those who refuse to break are being erased. The same media that once terrified the powerful is now being forced through careful planning to become a circus. Fact-checking, crucial questioning, accountability, all disappearing. But why is this happening? Who is breaking this pillar? Let's understand. During COVID, Outlook published a cover story critical of the government. The same day, it went viral. The next day, the editor was removed, and the story vanished from the website. This is not one incident. There are many. Some we see, most we don't. Anchors have been suspended for questioning law and order. This tells us everything about the condition of journalism today. Earlier, India had Doordarshan, one source. We waited patiently for news. Today, we have 400 plus channels and thousands of sites. All these channels are private businesses that survive on revenue. And revenue comes from attention. More attention, higher ranking, more ads, more money. So the question becomes, how to grab maximum attention? By adding drama, by shouting, by generating fear, anger, emotion. News is no longer news. If one channel becomes dramatic, people watch it more. Other channels panic and copy it. This competition has turned news into a circus. Another competition? Who broadcasts first? Channels now rush to be the fastest, even if facts are not checked. If they wait for verification, another channel may beat them. And here's the bitter truth. Media became dramatic because we wanted drama. We reward entertainment over authenticity. We switch to the channel that shouts the loudest. But mainstream media is not entertainment. Movies exist for entertainment. Media exists to protect democracy. Another reason, concentration of ownership. Most of the 400 plus channels are owned by just 5 to 6 corporations. Reliance controls CNN, News 18, CNBC, TV 18, First Post, etc. Times Group controls Times of India, ET, Mirror Now, etc. Z controls Z News, WION, DNA, etc. India Today Group controls AAJ Talk, India Today, Lalantop, etc. Sun Group controls most South channels. Adani owns majority of NDTV. 1.4 billion people depend on news controlled by a handful of corporations. These corporations have massive non-media businesses. To avoid trouble, they maintain good relations with the ruling party.